This summer I'm on loan from the Archdiocese of Atlanta to the Diocese of Yakima to help them in their summer ministries. So today what we're doing is we're out in the orchards replanting trees that have either died or been diseased or that kind of thing. They've come in and they've removed them, but now we're replacing them in the orchards. But the broader picture of what I'm doing this summer is I'm kind of floating between the different ministries here in the Diocese of Yakima. So migrant ministry, work here in the orchards, and then there's another ministry in the northern part of the diocese called the Literacy Wagon, and I'll be up there at some point as well. So I have a friend here in the Diocese of Yakima. His name is Michael Kelly. He's a seminarian as well. And we were talking one day about different things that go on in our diocese during the summer, and he was describing this particular ministry to me, and it was really something that I found very interesting and something that I thought maybe would be a possibility that I could explore. And so I bounced the idea off of my vocations director, and he approved it, and Bishop Tyson here in Yakima was nice enough to let me be a member of the crew for the summer.
He asked to come. I had to assure Archbishop Gregory Wilton that, you know, I'm not a ladron. I'm not gonna fleece the flock down there. So he just wanted the experience because he's in a very highly Hispanic diocese now. It's over half Hispanic in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, we don't really have any programming kind of like this. And so for me personally too, I've done a lot of intercultural work in Atlanta, and this seemed like a logical extension of that cultural work here in the Diocese of Yakima. We're having to work in teams with the migrant workers themselves and with the workers that are here. So it's a chance to get to know them on a level that we wouldn't necessarily always have gotten to know them. And it's a chance to get to know each other as seminarian brothers as well, because we're out here all together. In addition to learning the practical things like Spanish and talking about their faith life, we are learning as a migrant community, they can often feel isolated and cut off because they're not in the same place all the time. And so it's very interesting in that we're here to tell them and to explain to them that no matter what, as a universal church, you're always a member of the family no matter where you are. And so sometimes you just have to be reminded of that because it can be hard if you're up and moving all the time and you don't get to interact with the same people. It reminds me a lot of the work that the early church had to do to go out and evangelize and be with their people. I mean, think about it, the Apostle Paul, a tent maker. He has to go out, make his way as he goes along. Peter, a fisherman, he exposes himself to the elements and goes out and works hard to be with his people. And then he meets this man named Jesus, and then he has to keep going and keep working and keep moving, but always all the time having to work and meet the people where they were at as an early church. And I think that that's the most important thing that's going on here.